What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another reaction. Took a little break after the One Piece episode. Getting straight into Tokyo Revengers, newest episode, season 3, episode 8. Took my girl Luna out real quick. That's why I have a sweater on. It's a little chilly outside. You know the deal. We're just keeping it on for now. It's not a different day. I literally just got done with the One Piece reaction. We're getting into Tokyo Revengers episode 8. Last episode, we are starting this battle, bro. We are in this, or at this pier, or, you know, port, or whatever. This dock, whatever you want to call it, in Yokohama, where Tenjiku wanted us to come and settle this for good, apparently. And so that's exactly what we have done. Takemichi and the rest of them have shown up. Takemichi as the acting leader of Tomen currently. And shit is hitting the fan already. And Takemichi is determined to take down Kisaki and Izuna, but mainly Kisaki, I would think, by any means necessary, apparently. Like, he is done fucking around. So I love his conviction behind him and you know, how much he wants to get this done. But again, you know, just after L after L after L, like I'm really excited to see what this turning point exactly is going to be. What really changes how we're actually going to be successful, if we are, because you never know. Like, with the amount of L's that we have taken, this could be yet another one. I don't know yet until I watch this play out. So, you know, so far it's been hyping me up just fine off last episode, because fucking Payon went the fuck in. That dude's a savage. Knocked Madarame out in one fucking punch. Who was the 9th leader of Black Dragon, mind you. Payon handled him like it was fucking nothing. And then we're kind of seeing the rest of these, I guess, kind of battles within each gang against each other start to form. Like, we have Chifu versus Mochi, because Chifu wants his get back for Mochi beating his ass. We got fucking, I think, Takemichi versus his childhood friend Kaku. I think it's his name. That's what he calls him, Kaku, I think. I think his full name's like Kakucho or some shit like that. And then we have, it looks like Coco versus Inupi, which seems there's going to be some sort of, you know, further development here, or at least more backstory into them two in general, off of what Inupi was saying last episode at the end of it. He said something along the lines of, you know, like, I'm willing to accept that I'm the one that turned Black Dragon into what it is, or I'm the one that made it crumble, or whatever. But that if I accept that, then you have to accept that I'm not this person or something. I think it started with an A, like the name. But I you know, obviously this is not a name that we have heard before. So I wonder who this person is to both of them, because it was like he was saying, like, I am not this person. Like, you got to stop seeing me as this person. Like, I am so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be somebody that was close to both of them, that may already have passed away, or it's just not in the picture anymore, or something like that. So I'm very, very intrigued in that conversation. So hopefully we get back into that at some point in this episode. Maybe that's the focus of this episode, since that's what we left off on. I'm not really sure, but I'm very intrigued by that. And then obviously, you know, seeing the rest of these fights play out and see how much damage Tomen can really do, because again, we're severely outnumbered. But again, we do have a lot of, you know, fighters, or, you know, members that are very capable of holding their own and are not ones to be messed with. Where Tenjiku, they have those members as well, specifically the Vicious Generation and then the Big Four. But it all depends on who's better or not, because Madarame was a part of the Big Four, just like Kakucho is. But Madarame got his shit kicked in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe some of them aren't as great as we think. But I definitely think the Vicious Generation is going to be our biggest hurdle. That's really it. They have a lot of regular fodder soldiers in their gang. Like, they have numbers, but they're not all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the numbers is definitely the biggest factor, but then again, that you can't be fooled by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might get way better off than we think. So without further ado, let's get in the reaction. Very excited for this episode. If you guys enjoy it, please like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Episode 8, Season 3, Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, Akane and Seishu. So we're getting back into this again. It looks like the opening's about to start soon. So I don't know if we'll continue with this the whole episode. It's like he's trying to convince himself that he is living for money. But there's something deeper there. There's definitely something deeper. I want to learn more about this Akane and Seishu or whatever he said. Hopefully we get more information on that in this episode. I hope so. Asayama Library. I know in my head that's the episode title. Okay, we're getting a flashback, so this might be an entire episode. Man's is knocked by the window. That looks like the most comfortable nap in the fucking world. Whoa! They had a relationship like that? That's very intriguing. Who would have thought? So wait, is Akane... Okay, yeah. Inupi's older sister. I had a feeling it was one of their siblings. So wait, did it just show us that image of them kissing because it was like a reflection of his love for his older sister? See, now I'm confused because it seems like he was, yeah, because he just admitted himself, like going back to this flashback, that he was always in love with her. So is that just imagery there, or did he end up actually finally starting to, like, because whatever happened to her, did he end up falling in love with Inupi? Maybe that's why, because they're literally siblings and he could never give up on her, I guess. I don't know, I'm still a little confused. Interesting, while she's sleeping. Haha! She was aware. Alright, he confessed his feelings. She's blushing too. He's like, let me focus. Oh, dude. So awkward. Damn, right out with it. Like, fucking... Wait for me. Wait for me! Wait for me, baby, please! Look how happy he is. Something has to happen to her, bro. She's like not. She must have passed away. She had to have, but how? Unless it's more of a situation where she just like kind of lied to him. Oh, this is how, bro. Damn. Their house caught fire. Was it an accident or was it a hit? So it was just her and Inupi in the house. Is that why Inupi has that bruise mark on his face? But I don't know. That's a bruise. That's not a burn mark. Hey, he swore he was gonna protect her forever. He brave as shit for coming into this fucking burning ass home. So wait, he saved her? Oh, he thought it was Akane. It's fucking Inupi. So she did end up passing away in that fire. Oh, wow. That's why he's obsessed with money. He wants to be able to treat her and take care of her. 40 million? Okay, yeah, so dude, he really meant what he said to her. Like, I'm going to protect you and take care of you for the rest of my life. Just wait for me. And he already is starting down that path because he wants to save her. Like, he wants to be able to care for her 40 million yen? Bro, that's a lot of fucking money. That's definitely where his obsession came from. Yep. This is where he got that intense drive from to be able to fucking make this money. I'm still confused about that scene. Did that kiss really happen between him and Inupi? Like, does he have like a weird view of their relationship now because of his sister, or was that just imagery because of them being siblings and he was always in love with his sister? I'm still confused about that. I want more clarity. $544,000 yen? Yeah, I mean that's still a long way away. Counterfeit credit card. Crime committing service for the rich. And that's how fucking Black Dragon was making pretty much good money. That's how they were making their money, was pretty much through his plans. I like this. We're getting like inside his head and how he developed this routine for how he makes money. And it's perfect for gang work. Oh, she passed. Bro. So he truly lost his goal for fucking... Like, there was no reason for that 40 million yen anymore, but he's still, like, obsessed with that. Bro, a lot of people, yeah, he's gotten a lot of connections just because he's making money. Or knows how to make money illegally. He's like wallowing in his own self-despair that nobody wants him for anything more than him knowing how to make money. Is it like if he feels like he stops, he's going to fucking like lose his purpose? Damn, bro, that's so fucking sad, dude. The show is nothing but sadness, really. Like at this point, like goddamn, we just keep on learning about so much sad shit. Is it because he's tired of thinking for himself? Like he needs to like move on to some other something, anything? Because he was obsessing over money for AKANE for so long. Now Mucho's getting involved. Who knows if Inupi's actually gonna be able to take him on? I mean, Inupi was already whooping him and Takemichi's ass before. For real, that's what everybody thinks. Yeah, no shit, bro. Oh, what does he see? What's going on? Why'd you let down your guard, bro? You're about to get your ass... Okay, you blocked it. Yeah, for real. Don't lose focus, dog. Yeah, no shit, bro. Ah, damn.
当時川崎仕切ってたチームを一人でぶっ潰した。ついでに駆けつけた警官隊とやり合ってボコボコにした。シュラってんだろ。おもろ。やられた相手は総合格闘家崩れのヤクザ。脊髄損傷で下半身不随だ。
Damn!
車で跳ねた。コンクリートに投げつけた。
Slammed him into the. Oh fuck! Inupi, no! Damn! Please don't tell me you literally just turned him into a paraplegic as Izuno was explaining that. Jesus! As if Inupi hasn't been through enough. Ron and Rindo.
当時都内最大だったチーム六本木京極。そのトップ2人と相谷兄弟は対マンを張った。結果兄のランナー総長は一瞬でもして
Oh my god!
林道対副総長の対マンに乱入。必要以上に殴りつけた。副総長は顔面陥没。頭蓋骨骨折で病院に
Fractured skull.
しばらくして死亡。
Damn!
13にして相谷が六本木のトップに立ったわけだ。
That's what I was saying, yeah, like, even though Tenjiku still has numbers, they're just regular soldiers. Sure, Toman, like, we can take those guys on. Doesn't matter about the numbers. But the Vicious Generation is what we really gotta worry about. Like, this shit, nah, bro. Bro. Bro, this dude's using a weapon and shit. He literally has a baton. Oh my god. Oh! Did he just break his leg? Oh! Baton to the fucking head too? No shit. So this is the struggle and why the Hayatani brothers are so hard to be able to deal with. Because the Hayatani brothers, I mean, they're brothers. They've had synergy in fucking... They wish they had each other's siblings right now. Because the Hayatani brothers are actually siblings and they have great synergy. While these two are lacking. That's why you're getting your shit rocked right now. Yeah, the younger Hayatani brother, his voice actor, I think I said this last episode. I'm pretty sure it's AKANE from AOT. It's the same voice actor, I think. All of a sudden, their synergy's gonna go through the roof. What? Bro, that was the fastest episode ever. What the fuck? Damn. That shit felt extremely fast, but I guess it's because we also got the backstory on fucking Kokonoi and Inupi. Bro, I want to go back real quick. Let me mute this. I want to go back and, like, see, like, did he actually, like, was that an actual, like, kiss? Or what's going on here? Okay, so I think that actually happened. I don't think it was just imagery. I think it was more of, like, Coco, like, just not being able to let go that AKANE is dead. So I think this is why his whole thing is like, I'm staying with Tenjiku, like I'm a part of them now, because he needs to like move on and like remove himself away from Inupi, because being with Inupi is like too much of a, I guess, like trigger or like recall back to like him being with AKANE, or like, you know, him losing AKANE in that fire and she eventually dies. Like I feel like it's just too much of a, I guess, trigger. Yeah, because he mentioned himself that they have a very similar face, which is obvious because they're siblings. So that's where it's like confusing if he's actually attracted to Inupi, but I don't think that's the case. I think he's just so obsessed or just distraught that Akane's gone. So that was like him like sort of comforting himself, like, you know, getting like a kiss through Inupi, but thinking it's AKANE, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's actually attracted to men, but maybe they have more of a relationship like that, but I don't think so, because I don't think Inupi's even aware of that, because Inupi was asleep, which is the same sort of scenario that was in the library where he was going to try and kiss Akane while she was asleep. But she wasn't really asleep, but Inupi was actually asleep here. So I wonder if he's aware of that, and if Inupi is also like attracted to Coco in that way ever since then, or Inupi is, and what I'm guessing, Inupi is just clueless. He has no idea that that happened, and that was just Coco self-comforting himself because he misses Akane so much. And then, you know, they don't actually have a relationship like that. Like, they're not actually gay, but who knows? Maybe they are. We still need more fucking clarity on that. That's for sure. We don't have enough info to really say if they're in a romantic relationship like that. But in my opinion, I think that was just more of Coco, like, just comforting himself because he misses Akane so much. And obviously the closest thing to that is Inupi, because they're siblings, and like that reminds him of her so much because they have the same face. Like, it just makes sense like that. So that's my conclusion thus far. Let's get into the rest of the discussion. Alrighty, guys, another amazing episode of Tokyo Revengers. That was a really, really good watch. First half of the episode pretty much being that backstory and flashback and learning about Coco and Inupi's past as a whole, and really learning who Akane is, which was Inupi's older sister by 5 years. And Coco was always in love with her from the moment he met her. Like, he was infatuated with her. Even though there was a big age difference, it's definitely more noticeable whenever you're like in school as a young kid. Like, it's definitely like a weird relationship if they were to start dating at that time. But that's why he was like, you know, so hell-bent, like, you know, I know I'm young right now, but like I will protect you forever. Like, this is how much he loved her, and like really confessed his feelings, and she like took that wholeheartedly and it's like, okay, I'll wait for you until you grow up and get older. Because like, I mean, obviously if they had not met at that time when they were younger, and they were, you know, fucking 5-year difference whenever they're fucking 35 and 40, nobody even bats an eye, you know what I'm saying? So and I think it's definitely a different like kind of culture over in Japan, for sure. It's definitely just weird at their age like that, but that's why she like didn't like fucking like convey anything. Like, I'll just wait for you, you know what I'm saying? Which made him so happy that he was able to, like, because have you ever, like, I mean, if you've ever had feelings for somebody and you're like constantly dreading like trying to confess to them, you're constantly feeling awkward about how you should bring it up. I mean, it's just a weird like butterfly feeling that you get. So the fact that he was able to get his feelings across, and she accepted him and told him that she would wait for him, that gave him like an ecstasy worth of happiness. Like, he was so happy. Like, I'm sure anybody can relate to that if you've expressed your feelings to someone and you receive the answer that you wanted, or like, you know, just any sort of positive answer, like you're not rejected at least. That's a really good fucking feeling, because it takes some sort of bravery and courage to be able to get those feelings across, you know what I'm saying? So he felt so happy after that. And then I don't even think it was the next day, I think it was literally the same night, all of a sudden their house is on fire, and he goes in that house to try and save her and thinks he saves her, but really saves Inupi. So she stayed in the house and she suffered severe burns, and they barely saved her life. So she was alive after that fire for a little bit. I thought it was going to be the whole time, but they plot twisted us once again later in the episode. It was going to cost, you know, like however much, 40 million yen or some shit to be able to fix her up, or, you know, pay for her surgery, whatever the fuck they were going to do to like keep her alive, or, you know, make her have somewhat of a normal life again. I mean, if you have burns like that all over your body, I mean, it's hard to deal with that. No wonder it would cost a lot of money. So this is where his obsession of money came from, and where he started hitting the books and figuring out every fucking way, every little fucking nook and cranny of an illegal way to make money. And how he became so good at it is because he wanted to get that amount of money to be able to help her. Because he committed from the moment he said it, like the moment he confessed his feelings, he went from 0 to 100. He was like, I want to marry you. I will protect you for the rest of my life. I will do this. I will do that. You know what I'm saying? And he meant that, as you can see, because as soon as this happened, like, he went into like a fucking obsession and I guess more of like just like a defensive mode. Like, I'm going to help her, like, no matter what. So he was committed from the get-go. Like, you know, his feelings were true. Like, they were 100% validated. Like, he really did love her. So the fact that he worked that hard and learned so much on how to make money illegally like that just for her sake goes to show how much he really cared about her. So, you know, that was a very interesting backstory as a whole. And then obviously as we started learning how he was figuring out how to make money through, you know, a group of just fucking punks and teaching them how to steal and be thieves correctly. Because if you do it correctly, you're not going to get caught. That's how he first started making money. And then word started to spread about how he makes money. And he's the money genius. And that's how he got connections with Taiju and the Haitani brother. I mean, literally everybody, all these key players that are in this fucking setting that we're in at the Yokohama port right now. Like, he already made these connections way back because he was this good at making money. I think that's what he's realized too, is like he felt like that's all anybody sees him for, is that he knows how to make money, and he's like self-aware of that. So I feel like that's why he's so hell-bent on separating himself from Inupi, because he feels like he needs to do that to be able to get over AKANE completely. Because obviously, as we can see with that kiss that Coco did selfishly, because obviously Inupi was asleep, but he did that selfishly because that's how much he misses AKANE. So I feel like that's the correlation on why he's trying to separate himself from Inupi and stay in Tenjiku, because he can't move on from AKANE if he doesn't do that. At least that's what he thinks. That's what he's feeling inside of himself right now. No matter how much Inupi cares about him as a friend, or if it really isn't even more than that, you know, as a romantic partner or something like that. He doesn't care. Like, he needs to separate himself so he, you know, can get over AKANE. And then also because he's self-aware that he's good at making money, like, I might as well stay in this position that I'm in now, because one, I'll be able to get over the love of my life passing away, and then also like live somewhat of a decent life for yourself, I guess, even though it's illegal, you know, it's crime and all this. But I think overall, just him being able to move on. So that was a very, very interesting backstory. We got a lot with that right there with Inupi and Coco. So that was very intriguing. Then we get back to the present and finish up them like kind of like squalling about and Inupi trying to convince Coco to, you know, come back to Black Dragon or Toman, whatever it is. Just get away from Tenjiku. And then that's when Mucho steps in. And so Mucho's like, you're fighting me now, bro. Like, better focus up. And that's when we start learning also Takemichi. We see Takemichi still fighting with Kaku, or Kakucho, whatever his name is, his childhood friend, giving him some trouble, and Kaku pretty much saying what we're all thinking: Takemichi, you're such a pushover. Yeah, he fucking is. Like, he can't fight. I've been saying this for the longest. I don't know why you don't, like, from the moment you fucking got back in the past, you remember yourself being a pushover. You remember yourself always running away from certain situations and just never looking back because you were scared or this or that or couldn't fight. One of the first things I would have done if I was able to go back to the past, bro, I would have fucking told Mikey, Draken, anybody, fucking train me, let me fight you, something, so you can get a grasp of that and not be useless in a situation like that. Like, I'm not saying that he's useless right now. Like, he has like conviction, he has dedication, he knows what he needs to do. Like, he knows, like, he's not fucking around no more. But where is the action behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, he can use his words all he wants, and thus far it's worked pretty goddamn good because he has a way with words. He's very charismatic. But if you're not able to use those words and nobody's gonna let you because they're beating your fucking ass unconscious, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna have to get through Kakucho somehow. Maybe he does do that with his words because they're childhood friends. Like, that works, I guess, because it's Kakucho himself. Like, that's a childhood friend. He might be able to, like, make him waver and pull on his heartstrings in some way. Thus far, it hasn't worked, but he might be able to dig deeper and do something like that with his words. For him specifically. But anyone else in the Vicious Generation, they're not gonna fucking fall for that shit at all. They're going to rock your shit. So even if you get through Kakucho, you have to deal with the rest, which some of them are being, you know, dealt with by other people, but we're still, you know, it's still pretty much an even playing field. maybe a little bit more of a disadvantage for Toman, just because we learned about the vicious generation this episode too. Mucho fucking literally turning somebody into a paraplegic because he slammed into the fucking concrete, and then boom, he slams Inupi in the concrete. I'm like, dude, please don't tell me you just paralyzed this guy immediately after Izuna was explaining that. Izuna explaining how he beat every fucking inmate and prison guard in the fucking juvie, like, detention center that they were at. And the few that were standing left, that's the vicious generation. Hayatani brothers, they themselves are the rulers, or like were the fucking top of Roppongi in Japan. Took out the fucking highest gang that was in control at that time by themselves, and killed the vice leader by caving his fucking skull in. Like, these are people that are just literally vicious. They live up to the title of their fucking generation. Like, bro, they're not ones to be fucked with. So as we're getting this explanation, we're seeing how much of a problem they are, how much of a problem they're giving Hakai and Angry, how much of a problem it's going to be for Inupi to try and get through Mucho now that he's fighting him. I mean, Mochi being the fucking tank and how much strength he has against Chifu. Like, Chifu realized, like, I thought he just got a lucky sucker punch on me last time. Nah, he's really that fucking strong, bro. We're realizing firsthand how strong and vicious this generation really fucking is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he might be able to pull on Kakucho's heartstrings and maybe convince him in some way and use his words, like, in that sense. But if anybody else goes down, like if Hakai and Angry lose their fight against the Hayatani brothers, if Chifu loses his fight against Mochi, if Inupi loses his fight against Mucho, like, it's fucking wraps, bro. And we haven't even gotten to Kisaki, Hanma, and Izuna yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a very, very iffy situation. Like, you can't tell which way this goes yet. Like, and that's what's sucking me in. Like, this is what's keeping me intrigued. So they're doing a great job of that, and an amazing backstory on Coco and Inupi this episode too, and a little bit of a look into Coco's obsession with money, where that came from, his love for Inupi's sister, and kind of how obsessed he was with her, and how he couldn't accept that she died for so long, as we can see with that kiss between him and Inupi, which was selfish of him, but that's because he misses Akane so much, because Inupi was asleep. Like, I'm pretty sure he's unaware of that even happening, which would make sense, because I don't think they are gay. I don't think so, but that's what it makes you believe at first. When you first see that kiss, you're like, oh shit, they swing that way? I wasn't expecting that. But I think, as I've said before, I think it's just more of Kokonoi not being able to accept that she's gone, Inupi's older sister, and that's like the closest thing to her is Inupi. Definitely a weird way of going about it. Not one that probably most would, but like, then again, like, everybody treats trauma differently, bro. Like, he was in love with her, and then it was just taken away from him. First of all, it was taken away from him whenever he failed to save her, because he thought he saved her instead of Inupi, and then learns that she's barely alive. That's just completely detrimental, like, very, very traumatic. And then he learns there is a way to do something, but it's fucking 40 million yen. Like, it's a lot of fucking money. Parents don't have it. Nobody has it. What are we gonna do? So he takes it upon himself to do that. And then even that is ripped away from him, because she eventually ends up passing away, because you just don't have the money yet. You can't make that money. It doesn't come out of thin air. So eventually, the fucking burns won. The fire won. Your body can only uphold that for so long, or fight against that type of damage for so long. So yeah, Coco's definitely been through a lot. So that backstory, and then seeing the explanation through the vicious generation and how much of a pickle we're really in, this episode was really good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. That's gonna do it for me, though. I think that covers it. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.